Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you all for coming out to this event. This afternoon, we hope to provide you with an informative time with insightful speakers to talk about what we value most as a community, the safety and well-being of our children.
So I'd like to thank you all for being here and learning more about what we're hoping to do. And I'd like to underline that we're very pleased to have the Muslim Resource Center of Support and Services and Integration represented by Dr. Mohammed Baoubid here today, because this is all our opportunity to learn what's happening in other communities and to build on the expertise that's here and join together to really make a difference to ensure that the children, youth, families of the Muslim community are well supported and have the opportunity for an excellent quality of life, and that agencies like the Children's Aid Society want to be a part of that. We want to join you in that. So thank you very much, and I look forward to the speakers for today.
We are basically a very new organization. I guess you can consider us, compared to the organizations that are here, we are the children, or we are the child. So I'm hoping that we can get some fostering and some support from the rest of the organization. So if I do come to visit you, I'm hoping that you can share some of your wisdom. And that's one of the things that we did, is we actually went to London and we had an amazing meeting with Brother Muhammad and Eugene, because they have established something great in London that we want to basically emulate here in Ottawa.
A team of few members decided to build that matching bridge to let both sides communicate effectively for the benefit of those little innocent creatures. We all agree and we all meet at one unique point, that we have to keep our children safe and psychologically comfortable. We have to improve child protection. So here comes our role, Children's Aid Society Friends.
And of course, I have to mention CAS Friends, because that has been an important partnership for us under the leadership of Majda. And this was a concerned group and remains a concerned group. It started with Muslim women, but there's now men who are involved in that group as well. And that work, despite what you heard, that it started 3 years ago, that work is still in its infancy, and we're not anywhere near where we want to be in engaging and having that group work with us in order to better serve the Muslim community. We've got some good examples of work. We've got good examples of casework where we've involved CAS Friends, but it's new and there's so much more to do. So to hear about a shared journey project that builds on the work that started excited all of us, because that's the direction that we need to go in.
So I started the project, I think, around 2002 with a participatory research work on barriers of accessing services. It's a 2-year project. We have started today. So the first part of the work is really to develop community mapping, situation analysis, to understand the context and the history of the relationship between the Muslim community and CAS, and what are the challenges and how can we collectively deal with these challenges and move forward. The second stage, we are also part of that. There will be some kind of case-based consultation if there is a need to really deal with certain cases, maybe without identifying names. The Muslim Resource Center will be available to support CAS, as well as also support the Muslim Family Service Ottawa to provide the support that CAS needs to in this kind of situation to do their work more culturally responsive.
If I'd like to just kind of say something, if you look at our collaborative model where we involve different parts, really that's a question of prevention, right? So we don't necessarily want our families to have to go to the way of Children's Aid, because what happens, that's desperation, right? That's when things get till the end. We want to be able to build supports around our community, and we want to understand when crises are escalating and how we could support the family so it doesn't have to get there. So our responsibilities as a community are to develop programs that we understand are going to meet the needs of, you know, those issues. Like our safe integration program works at, it's obvious, if you suffered trauma, you've suffered horrible process in your journey to Canada, then that's going to have to be dealt with.
When we hit the child, we give them the message that violence is allowed. So they go out and heal their peers in the school, in the street, in the playground, and when they grow up, they marry and they hit their spouses because we gave them that impression. So one major issue is physical force, using physical force against the children.
And in fact, what saddens our hearts is that if we have searched for the reasons of the corruption of the children, and we would find that most of the reasons is because of the corruption of the parents, because they did not give their children the example through their, practices before their speeches. That's why the poet says, ليس اليتيم من انتهى أبواه وخلفاه في دنياه حزينا إن اليتيم من ترى له أما تخلت أو أبا مشغولا. The meaning of this is that the orphan is not only the one whose parents died, but in fact the real orphan is the one whose parents, his father and mother, they are too busy about him or away from him. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وجزاكم الله خيرا.